Yo, peace. I called my boy Burafuco though, brother. You know what, Fuco? I wanted to share with you, bro. Like, I was on YouTube and they were talking about like party crews.
Yes.
And I seen you in the video.
Oh yeah.
I remember that old video where they were showing like the party crews in the backyard, and you was like, this must have been, what year was that? Like 90?
96.
Was it 96?
No, I was actually, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was like 95, 96, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, the news camera had covered you.
Yeah.
Right.
That was my apartments.
Was that your apartments?
The apartments where we all lived at. That whole all the people there.
Yeah.
Were from my crew. We threw a party and we invited other people from different neighborhoods and different crews, and we invited the Fox 11 people.
Yeah.
From there to film us, but it was like literally, it's like 2 complexes of apartments. No, I'm sorry, 3. And that's just the garage area of that whole, but we just take over and party there.
Right. I was actually Burafuco, when I first started really kind of getting back into like the b-boy scene, like breaking. I started in 91, and I started going to Magic Mountain, and I ran into a party crew called JAC, Just Another Crew.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of JAC?
I remember them.
Yeah.
Were they from the Bay?
No, they were actually from they were from Pacoima.
From Pacoima.
They were a party crew, Just Another Crew, all Latinos.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. So can you explain to me, like, how did you get involved with hip hop, bro? Like, when did you first see breaking?
Well, in general, being raised in East Los and then moving to Watts, you're pretty much gonna be in the culture and the essence in the community in general. It doesn't, this is like, I didn't even know what hip hop was, because we were listening to people in the neighborhood were like funk music and salsa and cumbia, and there was no calling it hip hop.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about it yet, but we were all still dancing, the family and the family parties and the dancing and the bands in the back in the garage and people's backyards, and the homie from this neighborhood playing his oldies and funk music, and that's always been like, it's been a part of the community since the early 1900s. So, but in regards to breaking and that essence was like 94.
94 for you.
For me.
Okay.
When I first saw it at a house party, and at that house party they were playing Spanish rock music.
Yes.
It was like Spanish rock. It was like
I remember
Spanish
those
rock.
days.
It was cumbia, a little bit of house, depending on who the DJ was. It was a little, and we didn't know who the DJ was. We just went there because there was gonna be people there, and this is the shit we like. But that's the first time I would say that I saw somebody actually like go on the floor.
Okay.
And us as a crew, from Assassins, we're like what was that? Like, and then the homie that we were with, his name is Jimbo. His cousin was the one that did Turtles, and we were like, what the fuck did he just do? And then he got up because he was he was like older,
right.
but he was driving us around because we didn't have cars. But we're like, what did you just do? He's like, oh, it's called a turtle. Like, what's a turtle? Like, what the fuck? Just, that was it. That was the beginning of my journey with breaking.
When did you first move to Watts?
I want to say 92, 93.
Okay. Because my family is originally from Watts. My auntie used to live right across the street from the Watts Towers. This is the 80s.
Yeah.
This is the 80s.
Yeah, I went to Malcolm Middle School.
Okay.
Like, I went to Malcolm Middle School for 2 years, and then I moved to Jordan for 3 years, but I stayed in the 9th grade, and then got kicked out into continuation because it wasn't
okay.
Fights and rumbles, and it was just like not a school person, not a
right.
Yeah, so whatever all those elements Jordan Down had to bring, Jordan High School had to bring, I was in them. So I stayed there for a few years, and then got into continuation, got kicked out, but 93, 94, moved to Watts, and then went to Malcolm Middle School, which is in front of the towers, before the Metro, and before the 105, and then went to Jordan, and that was the end of that.
I was gonna ask you, bro, I remember I battled these 2 dudes, they were called Caesar, and there was a little skinny dude, and they say they was in a crew called the Assassins. They were both Latinos, but they were from up north. They lived in a town called, I think it was either Visalia.
Yeah, it's probably like the homie Sway and Caesar. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the homie Sway, from Assassin. So that homie, he grew up with us here.
Okay.
In the party scene as a we would go to raves and break at raves and
Me too.
and all that. But then after a few years, then he just moved to Fresno and now he's over there. And then started a chapter over there.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured because I heard when he was like, "We're assassins." I was like, "Nah, bro, I think I heard that name before." You know, but they were repping assassins pretty hard up north.
Yeah. Those are the homies that grew up with us. He's one of the Sway and is the main guy, but one who grew up with us here.
Yeah.
At the party scene before breaking. We started breaking together. You know,
Okay.
Then he moved.
So let's say like moving to like 95, 96. Who would you say was some of your favorite b-boys that you might have looked up to or dancers that kind of said like, because I remember when I seen Easy Rock at the hip hop shop in 92.
Yeah.
I was kind of like blown away by Easy Rock, bro. And then I seen Willpower, and then I seen Robbie.
Yeah. For us, in the beginning of our journey with breaking, at those times we were real competitive. So we didn't want to give props to nobody, only us. We're like, it's like a very battlement, like a very not arrogant, but we're kids from the hood, and we're like, what's up?
Yeah.
Fuck, we don't care. Blah, blah. But then there were times that I remember, and we went back to the house, and we couldn't watch videos again or nothing. We're just talking about people, and we're like, dude, did you see that guy what he did? Did you see that person what he did? And one of them was Easy Rock.
Easy Rock.
And Orko. And even Frankie Flav.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and even who else? And then there was this other crew called Goof Troop.
I remember Goof Troop.
They were fucking doing shit that we were just, of course, at the time, we're like young, we're like, whatever. But when we went back home, we're like, damn, you saw what he did, fuck, he fucked us up. We were like, actually give him props, but it would be like Goof Troop and Frankie Flav and the crew, and then obviously Air Force crew, and definitely Easy Rock and Asia, and we were, those are the people that we saw first and inspired us and to become better, for sure.
Yeah.
So I always shout them out.
And you know what? I remember, I think it was the Pro-Am 2001 when you teamed up with Peppa. Tell me, how did that work though, bro? Because I remember, like, you did a movie, you did a cartwheel, and you had her between her
Yeah,
your
but
legs.
then she did the cock on you, like it was like a big trick thing, and boom, and she in the front, and it was against Abigail and Problems.
Yeah.
Who were like supposed to be the main winners, but we wiped them out the first round with that stuff. Because we were the underdogs. We were like,
that's true.
We were like definitely the underdog, whatever. But they didn't know that we had,
right?
That we were like, we might be underdogs in the scene, but I'm from the hood, and we're not underdogs here. Like, we fucking rep shit, so we're gonna rep as hard as we did there. And yeah, it was with Peppa in 2001. Yeah, 2001.
Yeah.
Pro-Am in Miami.
What made you guys want to go to that?
We went wherever there was a jam, because in those times, in the mid 90s, in the early 2000s, jams were very rare, they weren't as predominant as big as they are now.
Right.
It's like you could barely, like, if you heard about something, like, I'm gonna go there just to represent, and we were fortunate that I was sponsored by Jenko, so they would fly us out.
Oh, I remember that brand.
Yeah, so I was sponsored by Jenko, and they would fly us out, so I would go team up with her and bring her. I think I met her there.
Oh, you met her there?
I met her there. I met her in New York, but then we linked up there because we were working on stuff here. It was I met her in New York, and then I was doing some shows in New York with Jenko, and then she moved to LA, and she was working on some movie stuff in LA.
Yeah.
And then we're like, yo, let's compete, let's battle, I like it, it's dope. Like, let's get together and join forces and compete. And we were on the same vibe because she did Lindy Hop, she did salsa, so I liked that about her. It wasn't just a straight beat girl, like, no, Fande, no, I don't, no, it's salsa and Lindy Hop is part of breaking, so she was into that, and I was like, yeah, dope, and that's how we ended up going to
okay. Burafuco, do you remember the first time that you ever heard or came across me?
Yes, I think it wasn't a jam. It wasn't Venice, but it was at a jam. It might have been like a summit they had in a summit, but not the one with Easy Rock. It was like a little bit after that.
Okay.
A little bit after that.
You remember what year it could have been?
The first time I met you, or had any recognition of you,
Or heard about me?
or
Yeah.
heard about you, or even met you or saw your top rocks.
Mm-hmm.
No. The sessions in downtown was a practice spot. The church.
Yeah.
It was
Hope.
Yeah, that like sprinkles of you, and then there was another spot on Vermont. I forgot what that was called too.
Oh damn.
It was another spot, and that's another spot that we saw you. Yeah.
Was it the Element?
No,
Okay.
not Elements. It was on Vermont, on Vermont, and 8th or 7th, but it is a church. It wasn't Hope.
Yeah.
It is a church, but it was there. Yeah.
What did you think though? Like from your impression when you first see me, what was your impression of me? Like as seeing me as a dancer?
I didn't know who you were in general, but I did like your tops, and I'm like, oh, this guy knows. He's some like he knows what's up. He's been in the. He's done this before. He knows.
Okay.
He's vibe with the elements for sure. This is a person that's definitely
Been involved.
to recognize and know. For
Okay.
sure. Yeah, because I saw you. I was like, oh, that you fucking got
Yeah.
stuff.
You know, I was always known for that. Like people would call me like. So I remember when I was younger, people would they'd be like, "Here comes B Street," because I think I fell in love with Top Rock so much that I could do footwork and freezes and other stuff too. But I think to me, hip hop, I wanted to get that vibe because I was feeling what Miami was doing.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So I was trying to bring that to the West Coast. I was trying to bring that flavor to the West Coast.
And you did. For
Right.
Sure, yeah.
And I was I gained a lot of momentum from that, and I just remember always seeing you. And I remember every time me and you came across, we always had a positive vibe. We didn't like some b-boys, you look at them and you're kind of like, who the fuck is this guy though? Like me and you've never had that.
No,
and I remember running into you in Venice Beach in the early 2000s though, bro, like 2004, 2005. You'll be out there with Mosquito and Yuri and all the other guys. And I remember you were always like, here comes Mikey Ice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we would shout you out.
On the mic.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But that was my first impression of you. I was like, oh, I like that style. That's dope. And and then I met you finally with Mikey. I was shit.
Right.
And then I think I did shows with Remind, and he told me about you.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, what the fuck? He was doing shows with us in Vegas.
Oh, he was?
For a minute. Remind's he's a wild feather, so he's rocking shows with us.
Do you remember what year that was?
I want to say
Vegas?
10 years ago. Probably.
Okay.
10 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, because he's been doing shows in Vegas since '96 when he did the Splash show.
I mean on the strip with us.
Oh, on the strip.
On the strip. We never went. Well, when I went to Vegas, not to get ahead of myself like that, but
okay.
But anyway, in Vegas, I went there strictly for busking, for street shit. I wasn't gonna go audition for shit. I didn't want to be a part of nothing. I don't care about the circus. I just want to hit the streets and. That's it.
Right. So I noticed you said the word busting. I tell people a lot of times before we even use the word breaking or b-boys, we will always say we're gonna go busting. Can you explain that to the people that's watching? Where did the term busting come from for you?
So when you want to, busting is pretty much like you go to a spot, you fill it out, and then you give all your energy, and you just bust out with everything you got. You're gonna go bust that spot out. You're gonna break, you're gonna get down, you're gonna fight whatever, but you fucking busting for sure, hard, It's one of those where that fool got down, he was busting.
Yeah, he was busting, yeah.
So it's one of those things that it's something to say that's really hard, that's dope, and it's he's out there busting, and that you go there for that mentality to bust. That means you're gonna go represent, get down, something hard.
Right. So from 94 to 2026, that's what, 36 years or something like that? How do you feel about breaking today though, bro? With the internet and all the crazy power moves, when you see breaking today, what's your opinion on it?
Yeah,
because it's crazy. Because you got the chance to see Ruin, how he elevated it, and Ruin was crazy in the early 90s too.
Yes.
But now it's even more crazy.
I was very fortunate to battle against him They were my arch nemesis.
They were LA Breakers?
LA Breakers was our Assassin's Crew's arch nemesis.
Oh, how many people was in Assassin back then?
Probably 100, 200.
Yo, you serious?
We weren't a breaking crew. We were a party crew.
Yeah.
And in the party crew, we have fools that that got down and.
Who started Assassins? Excuse me. Let's go back to the question.
Yeah.
Like what I said earlier. How do you feel about breaking today?
Soft.
You feel that it's soft?
There's no soul. There's no. You know what? Technically, they're amazing, but they're lacking the groove and the. There's something in it where like I'm just a few people. I mean, a lot of people, but a lot of people. When I see it, like I try to watch it on YouTube, like everybody. I watch YouTube videos and I want like, yeah, I'm gonna get hype. I'm like, I even told my wife, I'm like, yo, okay, this is gonna be dope. And it's just like, it's not even a circus. It's okay. I am a hard critic with the new kids. It's like because they're the young generation. It's didn't grow up how we grew up. But also I can't blame them because they grew up the way they grew up, so they're gonna adapt to that. Like they had studios, they had the internet. You can learn from whoever, whenever. You don't have to be a part of anything because like you're not from the community. So it's missing that. It's missing the community. It's missing the rawness, the families. It's missing
the fashion,
everything. It's all that. It's there's kids out there that be like, dude, that kid was amazing, but the character is not there. There's something in the character, something that's like that doesn't. I'm not.
You can't get into it.
Not like, dude, you did this and that and went here, bananas. But character-wise, just not. I don't feel it. And also like being hard, you have to come from a hard place. And most of them don't, so I can't, but I still support because it's still a part of breaking, it's still a part of the culture, and somehow it's helping evolve it in a way, so it's good, but me personally, it's like, you can't be hard if you're not from a hard place.
That's how I feel.
Sense. Like, something like that.
But
I got love for them. For all of them for doing the thing,
right?
Get your money, get your fucking fame, go on TV, do all that shit, get everything that comes to you from what you're putting out. But as b-boying and breaking and the culture and hip hop, it's like the character is just obviously it's not hard to me. It's like I'm not. There's only like one or two that I'm like, oh shit, okay, that's dope. I'm not gonna say names, but. Sometimes like, okay, that's dope. But a lot, 90% is very,
right.
I wouldn't hang out with them.
Okay, I got you.
I'm not gonna chill with you.
I got you. So, yeah, bro, getting back to LA, like, cause I'm from LA. I was born and raised in South Central. I lived on 112th and Broadway in Avalon and Imperial.
Yeah. Oh shit, yeah.
So you already know, bro. Like growing up in LA, like you have to be on your motherfucking
20s, 30s, fucking 10 toes, tiptoes.
Millie Gangsters, East Coast,
everything. we would go to parties, not as breakers, just house parties, because we wanted to go meet girls, and there was some music that we liked,
right?
And all that, and we literally had to fight 2 neighborhoods to get to the party, fight at the party, come back,
That's what I would tell everybody. Like breaking's fun, but if you grew up here in LA, like that came with it, bro. You couldn't get to the house party unless you went through certain neighborhoods.
Yeah. If they let you.
If they let you.
Yeah, if they let you.
And then on top of that, what are you wearing? Are you wearing red windbreakers with some red Pumas?
Yeah.
You know where you're at?
Yeah. They're like, no, that's a no-no. All the flags, the flags definitely had to be on point at different neighborhoods.
Right.
I mean, there was shootouts, there was stabbings, there was brawls and just all of it that came in this neighborhood, this area, which is dope that this is here.
I know. This would have never been here in the 90s.
No.
Not saying it would have never been here, but it wasn't here.
No, it would have.
Because I would have definitely came here for sure.
But this stuff that's here, and I'm surprised that like the community is not more involved in it.
That's what I'm saying, though,
but it
bro.
should, because this is here, because this is something that we thrive for. We will go searching for this, like big time. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, because this is something that I would look for when I was younger.
I would go to Melrose.
Yeah, yeah. And now that I can go across the world and go to this amazing event wherever, whatever, I will. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna. This is the truth right here.
Right. Okay. So assassins, like how you saying party crews.
Yeah, party
Before the evolution of B-boy crews was coming in, I remember everything was party crews because I used to read the Herb magazine and Street Beat magazine. And in those magazines, they had all the party crews like STK, Shoot to Kill,
Shoot to Kill,
RTL, Ruthless Lifestyle, JAC, Just Another Crew, or the Dolls, or somebody.
It was NBA too.
NBA?
No back something. It was
Okay,
those guys,
right. So can you explain to people, my audience, like the era of the party crews before breaking became a thing? Because that was the era before breaking became the thing.
Yeah, for
because I
us.
was a part of that era.
Yeah.
When I first got involved with breaking, Hayes had just came out and they told me his name was Hamburger Helper.
Hamburger Helper.
And he had a song called Jump.
Yeah, Hamburger Helper with Jump.
And it was all party crews though, bro. Rebels, like Chains,
And he would wear the beanie with the big
triple
back
five
and
soul
the-
beanies.
Yeah, he would wear the beanies and that was like the raving gear back then.
Right.
In a way, you know. Yeah.
Right.
Which we never did, but we would see it. We knew like, oh, that fool raves, or that fool goes to raves, or these are ravers for sure.
Right. So can you explain to me how did the Assassins become like a party crew, or who was the leaders of the Assassins?
We don't really have a leader, but it was a few of us that, just like every neighborhood anywhere, it was just kids.
All South Central?
South Central, Linwood, mainly Linwood. It's Linwood.
Oh, Linwood, okay.
Linwood, Compton, South Central, Watts, Island Park, Southgate. It was just a bunch of teenagers, you know, that took care of each other, and we lived with each other. We fucking groomed each other. We hanged out with each other. You know, we were chilling, and it was more of that than we didn't even know that we were a party crew, but we still did that, you know, like as a party crew.
Okay.
Because we thought we didn't know what a party crew was. They labeled us that, so it was it was that. Yeah, the party crew our thing started with it was me, Jimbo, Rerun, Grape Ape.
Ooh, I like that name, Grape Ape. I never heard that.
Jimbo, Rerun, Grape Ape, James Dog, who else?
Was there any black people in the Assassins?
Yes.
There was?
Yeah, we had a few. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Yeah, those dude. Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, we did. You know, growing up here in Watts, we didn't even know we didn't how do I say this?
Segregation?
There was none of that for us.
Oh yeah, because it's predominantly black.
So that's just your homie, that's your bro, that's your
Right.
fucking homie. And then they had the music, you know. The uncles
Exactly.
would play all the funk, the uncles would play all the reggae, the uncles, like, you would get introduced to shit you didn't know before, but it was because that's what they brought along with them, you know. So I never even thought about that
Right.
as anything. So I'm a big advocate of the black community to support, and without them there won't be us.
That's what I say.
Always.
That's what I
always
tell
advocate
everybody.
that.
Yeah, because when I was coming up, everybody in Watts was black. Everybody in Jordan Downs was black. The Nickerson Gardens, everything was black. And then as the 90s started to come in, Latinos started coming in.
And going back to history, all this whole neighborhood, everything was all white.
Exactly. Compton was white.
Compton, everything
Then was white. Paramount was white.
Yeah, it's all white. But then the black folks came around, and like I said, I grew up around that, so I didn't know. You know, I didn't even think about that. I have a best friend till this day that I'm like still talk to and everything, and you know. And the first time I saw Black Jesus was at his house.
What you serious?
Yeah, like the first, you know, that it was a Jesus, but he was black, or he was, you know.
Yeah.
And the first time because I went to his because he lived in the projects, and I went there and it was like, I'm like, oh, that's Jesus, but he's black. It was like oh, what? And then the mom would explain to me what that was,
Right.
You know, and I was like, oh shit. So I knew about the origins from them a
Okay.
long time ago, and I've always had love. I'm like, without black folks, there'd be none of this.
Right.
You have some Latinos with the Chicano culture and the, but the music they listen to was all black folks. So it's like, it's like you can't. There is no division. It's like, dude, that's it.
You
And
have
the story, that I don't
There
want to
it
hear.
is.
Like, I don't want to hear it. That's what it is.
right. You
And I always
nailed
show
it
love.
perfectly, bro. I super respect you for being honest.
Yeah.
Because Chicano culture won't be anything without black
the
culture.
music, yeah, exactly. So
Wouldn't be nothing.
And I'm always gonna say that, So any fool out there that ever says, like, people around me, no, don't disrespect black people. Don't say shit about black folk, nothing, because I won't have it, because I'm gonna let them know. More than just telling them, like, hey, listen, the music and the fashion, that's all black,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
keep that shit.
Dickies,
10,000%,
Pendletons, yeah, all that. Old English letters, all that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm always going to be a big advocate for that. Yes, we contribute. Yes, we're a part of it. We're all eating county cheese in Southgate. It doesn't matter. But they are the creators of this.
Yes, that's dope, Burafuco, man. So, as of today, is there anybody involved with Assassin, or is that just kind of like something you guys just kind of left in the past? Like, do you still represent Assassin right now, or you're just solo?
No, I'm always going to be from Assassins.
You're always going to be from
Assassin.
Assassin.
Represent Assassins. Assassins is a family to me now. Assassin, like, I talk to homies I can talk to. I don't have to talk to somebody in like 2 years, and I call them, and it's like, what's up, my brother? How are you? I love you. I miss you. I hope everything's good. What do you need? What do you want? How can I help you? Assassins is not that we're. It's like you're in. I'm in. It's like I'm always forever gonna be from Assassins. I'm never like it does. There's no question. Always.
Right. That's how I feel about Zulu. Like, I'm Zulu. I got in Zulu in '94.
Zulu Nation or Zulu?
Yeah,
Kings?
Zulu Nation.
Okay.
Yeah, I got in Zulu in '94, and even though it's not around anymore, I'm always gonna be Zulu.
Yeah. And that's a trip because I went to New York in '98 and I got to meet the fathers and I got to kick it with the gods and everything out there with all that. And the nation should still exist. It doesn't matter what Bambaataa and all this shit. Like, when I met him, in my opinion, and I've met him a bunch of times.
Me too.
I got to hang out with them. I didn't see none of that shit. So I have no idea. Like, that's my experience from
My
it.
experience too.
And I'm more like, listen, you know what? For people that would say would that's like a whole culture, that started something big for all of
Zulu
us.
started hip hop.
Yeah, for all of us to eat off and breathe and be a part of, and then just be like, nah, that guy, blah blah blah, right, whatever. So the whole honestly, without Zulu Nation, there is none of this too. So
We wouldn't even have this.
exactly.
None of this. I wouldn't even be here today if I wasn't Zulu.
And I always tell people, I'm gonna listen. You know what? Guess who commits crimes against kids? The Catholic Church. But you still go to church, right?
That makes sense.
Guess who's fucking getting like, if you go to Hollywood and you talk to these producers or you hit up a producer, that producer or whoever that director, he's groping girls, he's groping boys, he's all. But why is that cool? And then
That makes sense.
And like this is not, or like you can bomb little children somewhere off in another country. That's cool. Why is that cool? And like, Bambaataa might have done something, right? It's allegations. I don't know. I've never experienced it, but the whole entire Zulu Nation shouldn't pay for that.
That's how I feel.
It started something that's like that gave us all this, graph,
everything,
punk. Like it gave not punk, but I'm saying they gave us all that
knowledge.
The knowledge,
and and the most important thing, it united raza. It made blacks and Latinos say, you know what, we're one.
Yeah, we are.
Everybody I knew, even when I seen Easy Rock, I accepted him instantly like that. I knew he was white.
The dance is our language,
Right.
The dance is our language, so it doesn't matter. I have family members that are like, well, how do you know this Muslim guy? I'm all like, because
He's a human.
We speak the same language.
Yeah, first he's a human.
He's like, yeah, but he's Muslim and he's this and he's that. I'm like, listen, first of all, you gotta stop, turn off the TV and the news and all that shit, and go meet these people, because you don't know. You don't know until you meet them. And with this language, with writing and dancing and the music and visuals and all that, when you meet them like that, there's a connection there, and I don't think about whether they're Muslim or Jew or this or that or whatever. It's like, no, we're all humans, and we're just speaking the same language through all this art form that the fathers made, that fathers created.
That's how I look at it. Honestly, even when I see this piece right here, this is beautiful though, bro. Like, whoever this is, the fact that you see a brother with the Krylon spray can in his hand though, bro, like, you don't really see that anywhere besides like at a hip hop event. Yeah. Am I right?
Yeah. The I2Ws, the UTIs, they always show love and respect to the origins and the foundation of the culture. And I'm always going to be a big advocate of that. Even to whoever that, whoever I talk to, because sometimes I'll have fools hit me up about, I'll tell them like, yo, without black people, there is none of us, nothing. And he goes, nah, that, blah, blah. I'm like, no, you don't understand. There's nothing at all. even for us existing here, because Mecca and where it all started is in Africa. That's why I like Planet Asia's name. All started because it's true. When it doesn't mean that we're any lesser or anything. We're all one conscious, one people, doing the best that we can with what we have. But there are origins, and you gotta respect the origins.
I like that, Burafuco. Man, you hit it perfectly though, bro. If you could give it any advice, or matter of fact, let me say this. If you could go back to the younger self, how you said in '94, what advice would you give to the younger self that you know today? Like, what would you say? All the things that if you gain, like being around hip hop, the experience up and down. If you could talk to that person in '94, what advice would have gave them?
Watch out for them Hollywood folks. They will take advantage of you. Watch out for them promoters. They will take advantage of you. Promoters that don't break, that don't dance, that don't do the. Watch out for them fools. Watch out for people that don't have the best interest in you. They love your culture, but they don't want to fuck when you're tortured. So you gotta watch out for that. Watch out for them people. Music wise. Other than that, everything that I experienced in the neighborhood, I don't want to. I'll keep it. I won't take it. But once I started fucking with Hollywood people, like producers, directors, A&R, fucking all this shit, you gotta be careful with that. I would tell him that. I'd be like, watch out with that, because they will take advantage of you.
If I could say the same thing to Mikey Ice in '94, I would say, learn how to be more financially stable about your money, because I was spending money like it was nothing, and I didn't think about the future because we're in the moment. We didn't think about like 40 years from now, where will we be? We could have had like 2 or 3, 4 different. We could have had like a house, couple of cars. If I would give advice to myself though too, I would say, like you said, watch out for janky promoters. And watch out for people pretending to be your friend, though, bro, because we know the b-boy world.
Watch out, for that. Well, I mean, you're gonna learn regardless, It'll teach you that lesson. But if I were, I'd be like, hey, get your money straight. Never let them exploit you.
And get some type of career.
People will exploit you. Like, if I were to talk to my younger self, if you let people fuck you, they'll fuck you.
Right. One more last question. Red Bull. What's your thoughts on Red Bull breakers? Like the whole Red Bull scene though, like how Red Bull controls the b-boy world. Like, how do you feel about people that's involved with Red Bull? Because they're the ones that's running the b-boy scene, to be honest. If this was a Red Bull event though, bro, this whole place would be packed.
You know what? Okay, yeah. And this is gonna hurt a lot of people that work with Red Bull, but I don't care.
Me either.
Get your money, but just know that if this deteriorates, if this doesn't exist, it's because you were a part of that. And that machine, Red Bull machine, which is money, that's all it is going to deteriorate what it's supposed to be. But I'm here, so I won't let that happen, and neither will Mikey Ice. And for the fools that fuck with Red Bull, get your money.